But I don't even advise when you're listening to tzaddikim.
Counting. I was telling you before, not
Even though it's just one screen and it's not exciting and there's not putting AI behind them with all different colors and flashing, it's kedai. If you're watching YouTube anyway, it's kedai to watch the face of a tzaddik, and to listen to it on regular speed. Because the vibrations are not. It's not just the words you listen. It's not just the information. There's so much subconscious happening when a tzaddik's talking. That's why it's so important to see the pnei tzaddik, the face of the tzaddik when wrong. That's why people go to the Rebbe. It's not just about reading the svarim. Nachman talks a lot about that. Going to the Rebbe, there's a part to it. So if today we have 2025, so I was saying the kintzes at this point is to teach the algorithm for it to know what we like and teach it that we like Joey Roosevelt. Show me all of this stuff. Show me. It's going to show you what you are. I remember very early on, a friend of mine who owns Yeshiva World. Live? Yeah, great. I'm going to tell him to check it out. A friend of mine who owns Yeshiva World, right when it opened, very early on. So when he started with advertising, it was pop-ups, if you remember. Everything popped up in your face. You had to shut it 15 times. Then Google came to him with the option that we could put a box there, and we're going to advertise there. We're not giving you, just give us that box on your screen, and we fill the ads. We're not going to give you an ad to post. In the beginning of the internet, they used to give him an ad to post, like most of them now, right? They give him a flyer to post and this. Google just was the first one that bought a box on your space, and we're going to fill it with ads. Very, very quickly after that. And he was so excited with that Google deal. And very quickly after that, it's a call. You chazer, you're advertising things on the site that are disgusting on the Yeshiva World. And he goes, sorry, dude, that's you. This one's on yours. This mine don't have this. Your friends doesn't have this. Whatever you're searching is what's showing up. They're targeting you. Meaning they've been collecting an algorithm on us for 20 years, for 30 years. They know exactly what we want. At this point, understanding that we're giving away every drop of our information to them, and they're going to feed us back, it's the ultimate karma. Literally, every decision, every thought we have comes back.
We don't say karma on the show. We don't say karma, right?
It's the ultimate thing that's really, really, and now we could start training it. And now we can start training our algorithm, because that's what's going to spit back at us forever now. Every search that we do, everything we do, everything is back at us. They're tracking it. We've given them the right to, and that's all. And then you start thinking about it. Yesterday the mikveh had a weird thought. I said, okay, so how many things are there? And a big part of the story is connected to this also. Crazy.
The story we don't know yet.
The story you don't know yet.
The story he's not going to tell us.
He's not sure if he's allowed to tell us yet, but once he's sure he knows that he's allowed to tell us the story.
It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. I'll tell you one piece of it because I'll tell it.
I didn't think of it.
Now you're committed? You're going to commit?
Chaikel coming up.
There's outright ayahuasca in the story. Outright ayahuasca in the story. And then he took medicine and he was going to the bathroom the entire night to cleanse himself. I'm telling you one snippet of the story. He took very strong medicine, and then from then on, not Chaikel, the guy that he's telling the story about. Drank very strong medicine, went to the bathroom, cleared out his entire system, and then from then on saw the world in a new way. And we'll see what happens with this story. He said 220 years ago. And we'll see what happens with this. I'm just giving you one snippet of the story. He took a very strong medicine and he went to the bathroom and purged the entire night.
Beautiful.
and then saw the world in a whole new way.
Why is the law?
I'm just telling you one piece of this. I'm not telling you the story.
This is the
I
thing
want-
that's
I want
happening
that.
now. This is in Fayette.
Shvil, you ever heard anything about this?
What, the left hand you said?
Yeah. My-
What?
I don't know. It's weird. It's surfacing.
What, they took bread and he threw up?
No. You gonna guess the story? Okay.
What are you, what's so, you are trying to find, what are you seeing in the story? Like,
I'm saying a number of things about the story. A, that it's been a hidden story within the confines of Breslov, and they never really let it
Why do you
out.
think it's the truth?
I'm telling you, this is the way Joey Rosenfeld explained the story. Everything I'm saying is from him. It was a very hidden story within Breslov because it was one of those stories that was super misunderstood. Then there was the fact that he said, let's see what's going to happen with this story.
who said that?
Reb Nachman,
No.
as it relates to it. Then when he said, please don't repeat the story, and if you do repeat it, I'll still love you, but only the love like I love Chaik. Only Chaikel's love. I don't know who Chaikel is.
Joey has no problem having love like that.
That's what I'm saying, and that's exactly my point. I have no idea. I
And
didn't
you
get.
also want to repeat the story?
No, I didn't say it.
He's
I
afraid.
didn't say it. That's why I'm not saying the story.
You kind of said it.
No, I didn't. No, trust me, I
Just
didn't.
told us where to find it.
I told you where you can find it.
That's like saying.
No, it came up.
I'll show you.
Saying that you're
I have Chaikel's
Showed
love
me
also.
right when I got out of
you're
it.
a little bit
That it was lying.
life
But now I don't see it. Where does somebody see
I'm
it?
tethering with Chaikel.
Yeah.
Go to home. What if I'm searching at home?
Yeah.
see
Anyway,
it if you want
so
to
I
see
said I'll watch
Yeah,
to
where
the
is-
end
you want
to
to see
see maybe I can understand why Joey was
I thought it would've
comfortable
come up.
sharing
Oh, you
it.
I'm saying this.
Oh, maybe
But,
it's
and then I can share it if I understand why.
I don't want to search for it. I want
Or
to
not.
be
Or
notified.
we're at that stage
This
in
is
life
going live.
and in the
I have a
world.
question like
Nothing
that. I call it a month. I ask him, and he knows
I was in this account.
Okay,
before,
so
I
maybe
came
we'll
in
do
right
that
away.
later.
He's here in town.
He's in town?
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, you know the chassan is here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here.
Alright.
Back.
Here.
Changed?
I am.
Chassan is in our Shlomo.
No, don't even hope.
Only the chassan.
When?
Who's Chassan?
Simcha.
Tonight?
No, 2
Wow.
weeks.
2 weeks?
Wow,
Oh, changed.
no Israel?
Big,
No, Israel, everything changed.
That's good.
big change. What about the flowers?
There you see.
Okay, so the Rebbe here was working on the Indian of Mezuzah, the Indian of Zuz, the Indian of
Okay, good.
Taivas Mammon, the Indian of Shakai, the Indian
Are
of
we up to high?
Chav Gimel, hey.
Chugim Lamed Hai as Daled, yeah?
This is somebody's.
Us, hi.
Yom Tov, Yom Tov.
Yosef
Alright.
Bernfeld.
Let's do.
Yosef Bernfeld.
Bernie!
Oh, Bernie.
Bernie's on live.
He's on the live? Yeah!
Can you share the link again in the group? I want to like post it.
Bernie's on live.
Bernie's on live.
Amazing.
Okay.
Beautiful. Oh, that's mine.
Yeah, let's go into hey.
Chol HaMitzvos.
Chol HaMitzvos below Mammon. There are mitzvahs that we say to ourselves. There's the cheaper version. You go into Eichler's and you're looking at your tzitzis and you're like, why are these so expensive? Or the matzahs, or things like that, where there's an option to spend more or less money on a mitzvah. And we look at it and we...
Gimel high.
Gimel Hay.
High, where's high?
Okay. Chol mitzvahs. Got it. Shkoch.
He's not ready to spend extra on the nicer pair of tefillin, meaning the money is still tugging at him. He's still concerned more about the money, on how am I going to afford this. There's that icky feeling when you walk in and you're not sure. There's this one and this one, the oils of the menorah, right? There's the $48 one and the $60 one.
Both are the same thing.
Both are the same thing, right? And you look at it and you just say, It's just stupid $12. Like, why am I spending more? Well, this one probably does burn better. We've seen the garbage ones, and we know the ones that you fight with a whole Hanukkah. But they were the cheaper ones in bingo. And why should I buy the more expensive ones, right? Meaning we're making a cheshbon in mitzvahs on money. And we do it all the time, subconsciously or consciously. We see a nicer esrig, and the $180 esrig, and the $250 esrig, and like $180, we die for a lemon. Am I really spending $180 on a lemon?
It's behind the mind that who's ripping me off over here?
Who's ripping me off? Who's ripping me off? This is a scam. 100%. The schach. Who needs this schach?
Matzahs.
The matzahs, everything. I think he's really talking about that whole concept.
That thought.
I think this is a ner mitzvah advertisement. Over here. You know, you can even buy the 10 pieces. Right? So this guy, Zebachin, is nikr tzedek. He's saying he doesn't have any emuna because he still didn't break his taivus mom, and because he doesn't want to lose money for a mitzvah. Zeh tzivisa tzedek edesecha. Aval k'shechavev, but when he loves the mitzvah, kol kach ha-mitzvah ad she'ein margish behefsid mom, he doesn't feel the feeling like there's any loss of funds, like he's going to have any less in his bank account, and he doesn't have any less reliance and feel better. Because again, what's money in the bank? Money in the bank is just a level of security. It's just, we sleep better.
It's potential.
It's protection. You feel safe.
You feel its potential.
When you
the
have-
idea is the other thing is the potential.
I'm not talking about more than we need. I'm not talking about a savings account. I'm talking about a guy that has enough money in the bank to cover his bills for tomorrow. He's sleeping at night. The guy who doesn't have enough money in the bank to cover his bills for tomorrow is having a harder time sleeping. Meaning, money in the bank is what's giving him his security. It's our security blanket is the money. If that's our security blanket, and now I'm taking my security blanket for a mitzvah, whoa, I need that to cover my other bills. Right? That's taivas mammon as it relates to mitzvah. Meaning, the taiva of mammon, the avodah zara of mammon is that I believe and I sleep better.
You don't know yet.
The bills that you don't know yet?
I mean to say, it's technically extra money. You don't know about that.
No, I'm saying even if you do. I'm saying even
When
if
you're
you
buying
do.
the thing,
No, because you're
when you're
needing
buying
it
it, you're saying I don't have enough.
You need it for tomorrow because you
When
don't
you're
trust
saying
you
it,
can
I don't have
tomorrow.
enough. You're looking at it and saying, I can't afford this.
I don't have enough for
I
this.
don't have money enough for this and my O&R bill. I don't have enough for this.
What am I gonna do?
What am I going to do?
But it's not only that, it's also that if one thing is more expensive, is it worth it?
No.
You just don't spend most you could possibly spend on anything.
Obviously, we're not looking to spend the most. It's about the feeling
It's very
that
practical level.
that we feel when we're spending money on the
Shabbos.
$1,800 pair of tefillin or the $2,100 pair, and you look at it and you really see the
The
difference.
$5,000 pair.
Or the 5,000, and you really see the difference. You know, I'm not talking
Well,
about
the
when you
limit-
don't see the difference.
Even when you don't.
But-
see
Even
it.
though you see the difference.
Even you're going to write a
You
sefer
gotta see the
Torah,
difference
Mr.
between
Shem, all of
$1,000
us
Get away
made.
without money. This was
No, I don't.
What?
He says when you could get away without money.
Or cheaper. Or cheaper. Or do the
You're going
cheaper.
shopping Erev Yontif. Do you go to the Jewish store or do you go to the not Jewish store?
Very good. If you don't feel like this, it costs you anything. When you realize you're going to swipe your card for this mitzvah, and at the end of the day, your bank account will
You knew about credit
remain.
cards. Whoa.
At the end of the day, after the cycle closes on your credit card, your bank account's going to still stay the same, and you're going to pay it.
Oh, so the test isn't when I'm in the store, it's at the end of the month when the bill comes in.
It's the entire.
It's from the
entire
conception
time
to
it's-
the.
It's understanding that you will have the same money in the bank. Where it's going to come from, who knows? Who cares? The money will be there. Nobody's ever lost their house because they bought the more expensive esrog. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we don't buy the most expensive, the nicer one. because we need the money security. And he says that's the lack of amunah. When you can feel that it's not going to cost you a dime, ikar amunah hu b'mammon. Ikar amunah hu b'mammon. Ikar amunah is b'mammon. Do you believe in God or do you not believe? Or do you believe? What the other one is money. Money. And on money we write, in God we trust.
That's why.
Be able to get the snap out of it.
It's the game. It's the game.
Of life.
It's the game because we literally put all of our trust in money. We sleep, we don't trust in God. We don't sleep well because I trust in God. On money, they have the chutzpah to write, in God we trust. It's every coin, everything. I wonder if you ask ChatGPT, can you ask ChatGPT, why do they put in God we trust specifically? When here he's saying the ikar amunah hu b'mammon, the ikar, it's either God or money. It can't be both. Which one do you trust in? Is money buying you happiness or is God giving you happiness? Which one is it? Does money give you security or does God give me security? Where do I sleep best? Again, back to that podcast. Some guys love, some guys, whatever. The guy who went back to Koil. I don't remember his name.
The guy that had to be, it was indicted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That guy, some guy, amazing story from Florida that was working in some big real estate firm.
Which podcast was it? Meaningful People, Simcha,
One of those.
them with the Litvish podcast.
He was working on one of Litvisher ones, meaningful people thing. Oh my God, I just had the best Litvak story. Told by a woman at some event. Again, YouTube algorithm. Thank you, YouTube. Great, the way she talks about the Litvak. Where were we?
YouTube's
About the
amazing.
Litvak. It is amazing.
So amazing.
Where were we on
With
the
a
Litvak?
guy.
Yeah, so he was telling his story about he ended up for some reason had some desire after working in this real estate firm to go back to Koil. He went to his Rebbe and asked his Rebbe and told his Rebbe he wants to go back to Koil. His Rebbe said, cool, you're living at like 200, 250 a year now. Go down to 40 and then come back to me. And then tell me you want to go to Koil. Him and his wife did it. And they moved into an apartment, they moved out of the house, they gave up their cars, they got a minivan, they did the whole thing all in. Koil life, he went back to Koil 3 years in Erev Pesach, he's by his in-laws in Brooklyn, and he gets a call from a lawyer, you were just indicted on 27 counts from when you were working. They don't really want you, they want your boss. Yeah, after everything, you're looking at about 300 something years here. And there were 2 points that he made through this story that I just want to bring out here. Was not once did the thought, he goes, I never asked a shaila, I never had a conversation, not with my father-in-law, not with my wife, not with nobody, about giving the government what they wanted, which was my boss. It wasn't even a conversation of Masira. It never came up. And I knew that all they wanted was one conversation. I could have been over with this entire thing, gone back to Koil. And I could have justified going back to Koil 100 times. He goes, it wasn't a conversation, it wasn't a shaila, I never asked anybody, I never discussed it. It wasn't a thing. That part of it is mind-blowing. When you really think a guy learning in Koil, all I have to do is this, you know what I mean? They're going to get him anyway, they have him anyway. It wasn't a conversation in his wife's. He goes, when I told my shver about it, Matzah Pesach, he got to call Erev Pesach, and told him, I don't know, the sheriffs, the marshals may pick you up. They may come looking for you. So meaning in the middle of this thing, he could be picked up, he knows, at any point. Because I spoke to the DA's office, hopefully they'll wait for you to come back to Florida, but I can't promise you that they're not going to pick you up in New York. So, it's like going into the Seder like that, he didn't tell anybody.